The next item is item number 19, application for certificate of appropriateness in the Borough of Manhattan, docket number 14-7366, block 1163, lot 144, 220 West 72nd Street in the West End Collegiate Historic District Extension, a Queen Anne-style row house designed by C.P.H. Gilbert and built in 1886 to 88, and altered with a two-story commercial storefront in the early 20th century, and further altered in 2011 to 2012. This is an application to install signage.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Caroline Passion, Preservation Staff. The subject property is located at the south side of the street, just to the west of Broadway. This is an existing condition photograph showing the proposed signage. The applicant is proposing to install illuminated metal lettering just above the storefront opening, and to install a non-illuminated bracket sign at the second floor. The tenant does currently occupy the first and second floors, and the applicant, Ira Straightfield, is here to discuss the proposal in more detail.
A question for you,
Yes.
We have three different conditions on that spandrel here: aluminum, brick, and kind of overlapping the brick. Which is? Are we changing it, or is that what it is?
This brick is actually a tile imported from Italy that the owner, prior to designation, had installed. And so this is the current condition.
That's what it is, and it's not changing there.
No,
or there.
it's rendered differently here, but nothing's changing with the brick. It's just simply the signage, the lettering here.
Just wanted to check.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay.
You have the designation photo, I'm sorry, Ira Straitfeld, architect, the owner. You have the designation photo in the little booklet, which you can see it. Yes, this tile is staying. It was part of a renovation that's been ongoing for the last few years. The designation, I think, was last June. So the remaining item, which is presented before you today, is the lettering, the two signs. One, the channel sign, and the second, the bracket sign. Just up here. I wanted to show you, this is further down the block. See this? Actually, this here, this pizza place and the other signs. So I think that the signs are relatively modest compared to the garishness of the rest of the sign. The standard objection, I think, from landmarks would be that they're lit from the interior, okay? And here's a rendering of what it would look like at night. It's backlit. There's lighting, there are LED lights within each one of the letters, and at night it shines back onto the tile, and so you get a better view of it.
Okay, I think that it's pretty clear and straightforward. Yes. Any questions? I think and let me go quickly to testimony. Kelly Carroll, thank you very much. Kelly, where are you there?
Kelly Carroll, Landmark West. In general, the committee feels that lit signs in historic districts should not be allowed, but we do concede that at this location, the function of the business as an animal hospital merits signage that is easily located on the street. We find the design simple, as the bricks behind the sign will be exposed behind the letters. We find the blade sign visually necessary to orient pedestrians walking from the bustle of Broadway, and find its scale and materials appropriate. However, the two light fixtures proposed to light this blade sign are missing from the renderings, and we urge commissioners to inquire as to where, how large, and how bright these fixtures will be. Inappropriate lighting could clutter an otherwise simple design. Thank you.
Okay. Community Board 7. Let's see here. Preservation Committee disapproves the blade sign, but the blade sign meets our rules? Oh.
The blade sign is before you because the rules do not allow the staff to approve internally illuminated blade signs, and
All right.
also the location of the blade sign must be located next to the entrance at the ground floor. So for those two reasons, the
Okay.
sign is before you.
And it approves the other sign, so, okay. Anything further to add?
Yes.
Yep.
For the,
Okay.
your comment, your last comment on the blade sign, the reason for it being up here is that it would be blocked by the,
Yes.
if it was closer to the door, it'll be blocked by
got
the awning and the adjacent
Okay.
signs.
And are you gonna lose the sign that's in the window then?
Yes,
You're not gonna be repeating?
then it's gone, yes.
Okay, discussion, yep.
Yeah, just to clarify, I think the proposal's been revised and it's no longer the sign is no longer internally illuminated.
Okay, good to know. Michael?
I think that the signage is shown is fine. I would just suggest that there are some significant inconsistencies in the drawings that the applicant worked with the staff to get the drawing precise. But I think if the rendering comes out, if the job comes out looking like it is in the rendering there and not in the elevation or
Yeah, yeah.
whatever, then it's all fine.
Joan?
Yeah, I can certainly support it. And I support the lighting because I know if I had an emergency with one of my pets, I would
Yeah.
want to be looking, you're kind of nervous anyway, so I want to have an easy way to find it. So I can support it.
Michael?
It was interesting to hear the term typical landmark objections.
Yeah.
I'd like to get that list if it's on the street somewhere. No, I can approve this, working with staff to make it.
Those terrible people. Okay.
Yeah,
Libby?
I support it as well.
Yeah, I feel that for this purpose, it's completely appropriate.
Okay, hearing closed, motion second. Michael Goldblum, please.
Okay. Regarding 220 West 72nd Street in the West End Collegiate Historic District Extension, the application is to install signage. I recommend approval, finding that the installation of the signage consisting of an armature with metal bracket sign and illuminated or not illuminated signage? Sarah, is it illuminated or not illuminated? All right. The installation of signage consisting of an armature and a metal bracket sign, and signage will not damage or obscure significant architectural features or material of the building or the storefront. That the location of the bracket sign at the second floor will be consistent with other types of signage found at buildings with projecting two-story storefronts, and that the proposed signage featuring metal channel letters mounted above the storefront display window will be well scaled to the facade and will be in keeping with the busy commercial character of this street within the West End Collegiate Historic District Extension.
Second, all in favor? Aye,
Aye.
opposed? Approved. And Joan, we're going to go back one moment. We've got to revote the